Good evening, everyone. It's Leroy here, aka Nick, back with your weekly Cyrodiil Golden Vendor Review and Luxury Furnishing Vendor Review. We're a bit late tonight. We got baby girl down a little bit late. It was bath time and everything else going on, and then hung out with the wife for a bit. But yeah, before we get into this, might drop some videos tonight. I'm debating going through some of the home tours and showing off some people's houses and all their hard work and see how those do as far as generating views. Past couple weeks been down a lot in viewers, but not too worried, just kind of doing this for fun and hopefully enjoy it. Like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitch, Leroy Jenkins OF. I stream not so often, a little bit of variety content. Been playing a lot more Overwatch recently. But yeah, let's get into it. I already looked at it. We got some good sets this week actually, and a really awesome furnishing vendor. So we'll start out. All right. Oh, yeah, it's back to normal. Last week they had the helms shoulders on top, so we got hatchling shell. All right, 2 lines of armor, a line of health. Whenever you take damage, gain a damage shield. I feel like we just saw this not too long ago. Small damage shield for 6 seconds can occur every 6 seconds. Scales off your max health. So I'm not sure what this will look like on a max health build. Doesn't seem like that big of a shield, but with no cooldown, not the worst, not the best. This is definitely a pass. Noble Duelist is actually a very good set. So you get a line of stam recovery, 2 lines of weapon and spell damage. Now the first line is kind of the one that kind of throws me off with this set with some stam recovery. Not the worst thing in the world, but another line of weapon and spell damage or crit or something would be a little bit nicer there. But either way, when you deal damage with a light or a heavy attack in melee range, mind you, this is in melee range, you increase the damage of your next light or heavy attack by 2,000 every 15 or for 15 seconds. This can occur every 12 seconds. So if you're playing a ranged heavy attack build, this is gonna not be the best thing in the world because you do have to be within melee range. But it is no cooldown on this basically, as long as you're staying in melee range. And nice little boost to an unnamed boost to your weapon spell damage for 15 seconds. So not bad at all. Definitely one to pick up. Undaunted Infantry. Alright, we have a line of stamina. Second line of stamina, crit chance, and when you use an ability that costs magic while in combat, you increase the damage of your light and heavy attacks by 1645 for 10 seconds. So this is kind of like a poor man's Noble Duelist, but if you're weaving in abilities which cost magicka, which you should, you get a nice little boost. Now there is ones that are going to boost your damage quite a bit more, but again, a set with no cooldown essentially. All right, we got Sench's Bite, stamina recovery, crit chance, stamina. You successfully dodge, increase your critical damage and healing by 15% for 10 seconds. So unnamed again. Now granted, this is wholly dependent on you successfully dodging, so I'm assuming you have to dodge an actual attack. It's worded kind of weirdly, but 15% is nothing to sneeze at. So not really a bad set at all, especially with the stam recovery and a line of stam in there. Will help negate the cost, but this isn't something I would run out to pick. So Dami Haas, love this set. So the one piece bonus of this is great. So you get a line of stamina and magicka. Alright, and the two piece is when you deal damage, create a 10-meter ring of molten earth around you for 10 seconds, dealing 576 flame damage, 548 physical damage every 1 second. Standing within the ring grants you an increase to your weapon and spell damage. It can occur every 15 seconds and scales off the higher of your weapon and spell damage. So Dami Hoss is really awesome. I like this. You're doing a whole bunch of damage over time, and as long as you're standing in the ring, you are getting a nice little boost to your weapon and spell damage. So. And it is no percentage proc, so I do like this thing a lot. Dami Hoss, I don't think I use this. I'm trying to remember where this comes from. I think Valkyrie Fold, but I could be wrong. Awesome set, definitely not the best in slot, but it is a very good one. Now, an old best in slot set, Troll King. This used to be a really, really good healer set. So you get a line of healing done, and when you heal yourself or an ally, if they're still below 50% health, their health recovery is increased by 893 for 10 seconds. So that is a good amount of healing for all your healing targets or yourself, and there is no cooldown on it. So Troll King is very easy to get. I'm trying to remember which one this comes from, but it is a very easy dungeon. So with this being epaulets, if you need to fill out your sticker book, it is definitely one to not one to buy, but Dami Hoss for sure. Alright, now let's head to Rano. Let's head to... I am all over. It is getting late. Alright, let's head to Crag. Yeah, overall, pretty decent week for at least the golden vendor in Cyrodiil. Alright. And I looked at this earlier, it is a lot of orcish stuff, which I want to take a look at it, but a lot of it seemed really awesome. So high hopes for this vendor today. And let's repair. Alright, so we got a well snowy graded covered. This thing for 10k, that is pretty cool, covered in snow. I could actually probably use this potentially in my enchanted snow globe house. We got this Orsinium well covered. Is animated with the little basket swinging. Really like that. 20k, not bad at all. So we got 3 totems. We got strength, obedience. Alright, 20k a piece. If you like Orsinium or Orcish style stuff, these are pretty cool. This is a another sarcophagus, slightly different than the one last week. If I remember correctly, the one last week had the runners or the runner across the top, and this one's slightly different shaped, but 35k. I do kind of like that thing. All right, this gazebo, 20k. This is definitely a buy, especially at that price. I don't know what this could resell for in the future, but a lot you can do with this, especially if you're building structures. And at 20k, it is pretty reasonably priced. Alright, we got a figurine for a bear. Last week we had the mammoth. This is not as cool as the mammoth, but if you like little figurines, you got a bear for 12k. It's pretty cool. Got this banner, iron. Not the biggest fan of this, but okay. Got the little feather doodahs. It's animated. Things swing. Got another animated banner for Golkar. I do like this one a lot. 15k, pretty cool. And a foundation wall. This right here. This is the creme de la creme. I will probably buy a lot of these. So one thing, if you get into housing, things with animated water and trying to make pools is kind of hard in this game. shouldn't say kind of hard, but anytime there's anything with water flowing and animated, it is a for sure buy. And this is pretty bland, so it can actually fit into a lot of themes. You kind of tuck it if you want to hide the background, but nothing intricate. And this can actually go with quite a lot of build. So for 16K, that is an absolute steal. Overall, super awesome week. I'll go back and buy probably a lot of this stuff at some point soon. But yeah, overall, pretty impressed. But anyway, that's been your review. And like I said earlier, like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see. I might do some videos tonight of doing some housing tours, the home tours here on console.